Welcome to Two Flashback Saturday night, and I am joined on the phone by probably my heart's beating real fast because I love this band. And on the phone right now, Joe Perry of the band Aerosmith. How's it going, Joe?
It's going great. Going really good, thanks.
Good to have you aboard. I want to say right off, congratulations on your nomination for the Best Rock Instrumental Performance from Mercy off your self-titled album, my friend. You deserve it.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. It's not even my favorite song on the record, but it's like I'm just flattered that people took enough time to listen that deep on the record, and it's great to be on the list with other people that are on it.
Absolutely, it's an honor actually if you think about it.
Well, that's it. I mean, I think that the whole thing about who's won, it kind of puts this kind of onus on who's better than somebody else, and it's like all the musicians I know pour their heart out and do the best they can. So does that mean it's just we're going to get together and say that God gave him a little more talent than him? That's what it's about. It's more about, to me, it's more about just getting together with a bunch of people that are, can clear their schedule enough to make it here and have a party.
Awesome. Well, and speaking of parties, the band Aerosmith is going to be live right in our neighborhood along with Cheap Trick on March 12th at the Giant Center in Hershey. We're looking forward to that. And I got to ask you now, your wife Billy and yourself, you got that great home up there in New England, and I understand both of you love horses, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been, we just did that show for Animal Planet, and we were at a dog show in Tampa, of all places, and they came by and did a little sound bite, and I had the family with me, as I usually do, and they, we talked about all the animals we have, and the horses came up, and then they said, wow, I'd like to be on this trail mix show. So they came up to our farm up in Vermont and did a piece on us and the horses. So it was a lot of fun. We love talking about our horses, and kind of decide it's one of our hobbies,
Absolutely. Well, how is your horse Franz?
Say again?
How is your horse doing? Your favorite horse there?
He's well. He's good. We have some great people that take care of them when we're not there. You kind of hold your breath every time you leave, because they do require a lot of care, and we're really fortunate to have some good people to take care of them. And he's well, and everything. I mean, it's pretty cold up there, but they're cold weather horses, so they're doing okay.
Awesome. Well, we are excited, of course, about Aerosmith coming to the area, Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And what can the people expect on this tour, Joe?
Well, they're going to get the culmination of us being on the road. I mean, I've seen this tour really kind of build the momentum and the playing, and we went into this tour with kind of supporting the Rock in the Joint live record, which was a real eye-opener for us because we played a lot of album cuts on that record, and the response we've gotten from the fans really made us twist the set around a lot. And I think the band's playing better than ever, and it's all about live rock and roll. And what that means to me is the fans right in front of me, and them giving us a lot of energy and us giving it back, and that's what we have. So in every show, we try and top the last one. So the best shows are always near the end, and especially when we have a band. We've been working with Lenny, and he's we go out and watch him play, and it inspires us. And then to have Cheap Trick with us, it's like I couldn't ask for a better bill.
Awesome. And it shows. When you guys perform on stage, there is just an amazing chemistry between all of you. And it's just a show people have got to see. We are on the phone with Joe Perry of Aerosmith, and I got to venture into the website business. You got the Aerosmith website, but then you got your own corner of the internet, joe-perry.net, and you got some images up there. I was checking through it today, an image of you getting woke up by somebody. I guess it must be your security guard, and you got some audio clips up there. And I also noticed that Steven Tyler's got his own. Now, which one of you ventured first into the internet world?
Well, that's been going on since I've been a member of AOL since '96 when we first went on. So it's there. I mean, all the time. I don't really go on myself. I usually have somebody around the house is usually online somewhere. And I'm always looking over her or his shoulder and putting in my 2 cents. But I can't remember the last time I actually logged in myself.
And you're like me. After a long day's work, the last thing you want to do is log into a computer.
Well, it's seductive, I mean, it's like anything else in this modern world. Now everything's still down to a very fine, high test, high proof. And you just can get sucked in,
Absolutely.
So, it's a great thing.
There's people that spend like days and like hours and hours and hours sitting there, and I don't know. I think there's so much more to do in life, like in your case, go out and ride a horse, go out and spend time on with the family. That's more important these days, right?
Well, definitely. But I think it has its place like anything else. I think it's done an amazing thing to help bring a lot of the country together in some ways. In other ways, it's kind of scary because of the lack of privacy up there. But I don't know. It's like anything else. You got to use it with care, and that's it.
Yeah, absolutely, my friend. We're on the phone with Joe Perry of Aerosmith. And one last question. You got to clear this up for me. And I heard one of our weekend jocks talking about it. Now, there's people saying this might be Aerosmith's last trip out on the road. Is that true?
Not as far as we're concerned. We have plans of finishing up this tour, going in and working on a studio record and trying to get it finished before we go out in the fall. We're talking about a tour this fall of the outdoor sheds and stadiums, and then taking some time off, and then perhaps working on another studio record or finishing up what we're doing. But you never know. I mean, we're a lot closer to the end than we are the beginning, and I've said that before, and it's the best way I can put it. I mean, I don't know what God's got planned for us. All I know is that we're really lucky to have the time we have, and but who knows? I really don't know. I mean, I'm only one of 5 guys, and it isn't Aerosmith without the 5 of us. So,
yeah.
Who knows what the future will hold?
You know what? You are 5 of the greatest guys on the planet, and you've got a lot of fans. And you guys have been rocking and rolling. And you're always seem to be the core of any person any of the modern bands that you listen to. They say, who were your influences? And Aerosmith will always come up. And ask any guitarist, who do you admire? And Joe Perry's name will come up. And it's just, we as fans owe you a big thank you for the years of rock and roll that you've given all of us. So we definitely need to thank you, my friend.
Well, I can't let you say that without giving the same thing back, because we would not be here if it wasn't for our fans. I feel like it put our fans down in the late '70s, and just we weren't given what our fans deserve, and that's one lesson we'll never ever forget. And that's the only reason we're here. The only reason I'm talking to you on the phone is because we honor the fans that have supported us over the years and allowed us to make the kind of music we make. And I remember many fond memories of being in Hershey. You know,
Yeah.
I can remember coming into town and you know, way back in the '70s, and you know, playing that. There was that place we used to play, and it was like a sweat box. It was like this kind of I don't know, kind of smallish, but I don't know, it was about 7,000 or 8,000 seat venue, and I know I remember it had terrible sound, but the audience was just great, and it was always one of our favorite stops on a tour, and you know, and I remember it really clearly.
Awesome.
And the fans have always been great, so we're there for you.
Awesome. Once again, Aerosmith will be live along with Cheap Trick March 12th at the Giant Center in Hershey. If you don't have your tickets, you need to pick them up. And we're going to roll some Aerosmith right now. Joe, thanks so much for joining us on the phone tonight.
Okay.